right, good Wednesday morning, everyone, and welcome to KSAT News Now. It is Hump Day. Unfortunately, David Sears is not here. He's on vacation, or I would have him yell out, Hump Day! That's for you, David. I know you're totally watching us in this very moment. But again, we are KSAT News Now. Thank you again for hanging out with us, watching us on our digital platforms. Also, make sure to check out the podcast as well. We definitely appreciate when you like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast. I see Justin Horn walking right by. You don't want to say Hump Day in honor of David Sears? No. He's good. Okay, Justin's not going to say Hump Day in honor of David Sears. All right, so we have a lot of stories to get to. Mia Montgomery's hanging out with us. She's going to bring us the very latest in this kind of bit of crazy weather, right? Yep. It's been all over the place, yeah. So we'll have that in just a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit of Spurs at the end of KSAT News Now, so don't want to miss that. Also, a bit of a heated Northside ISD meeting there with parents and the school board. We will have the latest there, but first we want to start with some developing news this morning. We have an update regarding the migrants found in a rail car in Canipa last week, and the update is that an arrest has been made in this case. Homeland Security Investigations announcing this morning that Honduran national Deniso Carranza Gonzalez is now behind bars. So last Friday, Uvalde Police and Border Patrol responded to a distress call of multiple people in a blue box car. A total of 12 Honduran nationals were found inside the car, and sadly, 2 of them were found dead. Gonzalez says that he told HSI that he is a foot smuggler and leads groups from Mexico into Texas. He is now facing a charge of conspiracy to transport illegal aliens, resulting in death. Again, a story that we have right now on KSAT.com, and you could check out more information as we get that. All right, this morning we are continuing to learn more information as well regarding the deadly private school shooting in Nashville. Police body camera, the video there, shows the moment that they charged into the Covenant Elementary School and raced towards the gunfire and the mass shooter. Officers Rex Engelbert and Michael Colazzo found the shooter and killed the shooter, who was later identified as Audrey Hale. And if you're watching us on our digital platforms right now, you can see this body cam video, which has now been seen by hundreds of thousands of people. So Audrey Hale reportedly once attended the Covenant School, and multiple people in the surrounding area of the school have stepped in to also help. That includes actress Melissa Joan Hart, who lives in the Nashville area. She says her and her husband were driving near the school when they saw kids running.
We helped all these tiny little kids cross the road and get their teachers over there, and we helped a mom reunite with her children.
Yeah, pretty interesting story there from the actress. Now, police say that Hale legally purchased 7 guns and used 3 of them during that horrific attack. One of Hale's teammates says that she got disturbing messages from Hale and called authorities, but that was only minutes before that shooting started. Okay, back here closer to home, we just mentioned this, everything that's going on with Northside ISD. Well, parents with the district brought their concerns about school safety to school officials last night. So a board meeting was held last night, and parents did not hold back with voicing their concerns. Recently, there has been an uptick in students being arrested in connection to drugs, guns, and threats, and we've reported on one of those. So many concerns on various campuses from middle school to high school. So some parents at Northside ISD are now calling for better security measures.
There have been a number of incidents with gun threats and guns at school, but there have also been there's a lot of drugs and fighting going on.
Yeah, that fight, and we've been just reporting on that throughout the past couple of days. So the parents that we spoke to last night say that they would like to see the Sheriff's Office Safety Task Force on campus to help out with Northside ISD police officers. Now, officials did not address the parents who spoke last night. They only took notes on what was said at what was the official Northside ISD board meeting there. So a lot of safety concerns there with parents, and this is something that we, of course, will continue to update you on KSAT.com. All right, mention Mia. She's hanging out with me today. Yeah. It's a Mia and RJ show.
That it is. That it is.
Today, and hey, the weather here.
Crazy.
Some crazy stuff going on.
This whole week, right? Yeah. Ups and downs in terms of temperatures. We've had some pretty gusty winds. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the theme today, of course, it was a little cool out there this morning. I needed the jacket before I kind of got in the car, was headed off to work this morning. We started off this morning in the 50s, and really all things considered throughout the remainder of the day today, it's going to be a relatively cool and a cloudy day across South Central Texas. It's possible we see a few peaks of sunshine here and there. Overall, though, expect more cloud cover throughout the remainder of this Wednesday, holding temperatures to the upper 60s and low 70s. We've got daytime highs closer to that 70-degree mark this afternoon and less wind than what we saw yesterday. Yesterday was an incredibly gusty one across the area. It's possible we find a stray sprinkle or two before the day is done. Looking relatively low coverage out there on the radar today as well. Tomorrow, though, what we're looking to find, increasing coverage of some drizzle, especially tomorrow morning, likely going to be a bit more of a damp commute in spots. And then after that, just isolated chances for rain take us into Friday and into this upcoming weekend as well. So the catalyst behind the drizzle that we're looking to find out there tomorrow morning, more moisture that's going to be working back in. Still do have relatively drier air right now, those lower dew points, but this is about 4 a.m. Thursday morning here on our Futurecast. We're expecting a warm front to make its way through the area, pushing in from the south, and as it does so, that's what's also going to bring more of that Gulf moisture back into the area. You can see here just some scattered drizzle is expected, especially in and around the San Antonio area by morning drive time tomorrow. So if you typically live in one of those spots where roads get pretty soggy or damp out there, maybe it just takes a little bit longer to get to work when we do have those conditions in place, probably a good idea to give yourself a little bit of extra time out the door. By 10 a.m. still holding on to some of that spotty drizzle, a little bit of light rain. And then into Thursday afternoon, a bit quieter. Still the cloud cover is with us, but still an isolated shower certainly possible. You can see after that warm front does move in, though. Hi, Max. Max is over there. He just passed by. Upper 70s. So those temperatures are going to be increasing, and that warming trend continues into Friday. So we're near 80 already tomorrow afternoon, mid to upper 80s by Friday afternoon. But on Friday, we're going to see our next cold front move in, especially throughout the second half of the day. That's going to kick up another breezy, windy north wind, clearing into the afternoon. We'll see a little bit more sunshine there. Saturday, not as warm on the backside of that boundary, but still maybe an isolated chance for rain each weekend day. We'll keep eyes on that. Temperatures are in the low 80s after starting off in the upper 50s and low 60s, and then into next week, we'll see partly cloudy skies and temperatures are warming, RJ. We're talking highs in the low 90s.
I don't like that. No,
yeah.
I don't like that at all. I'd rather not see those 90s so early, but it's, you mentioned Palm Sunday there on the 7-day. I cannot believe April is already around the corner here.
That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, Palm Sunday, Easter, all the things.
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
on the horizon.
So just be prepared for any and everything, right? Have an umbrella ready.
Yes, probably a good idea over the next few days. Just keep the umbrella in the car. That's kind of been the theme this week, right? We've had a couple of pop-up showers, a couple of isolated thunderstorms, especially tomorrow morning, just because that drizzle will probably impact some of us by the commute.
Okay, that is good to know. Now, Mia, I see you rocking. I don't know if you did this on purpose, but you're wearing a black shirt. It's pearls I see on there, but
it's got
silver.
some pearls.
It's kind of silverish.
You know what I was going for
there.
there.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Totally not planned, but Mia, silver and black. We're talking about the Spurs, and this year's Basketball Hall of Fame will be filled with Spurs ties. So get this, ESPN is reporting that head coach Greg Popovich, former point guard Tony Parker, and former assistant and groundbreaking coach Becky Hammon will all be inducted into this year's Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. So shout out to them. Pop is the NBA's all-time winningest coach and still going strong at 74. He's also a 5-time champion. Yes, the Spurs have all of them, including the one for the thumb. Tony Parker won 4 of those titles with the Spurs. And of course, Becky Hammon broke coaching barriers, became the first full-time female assistant in NBA history. And by the way, she was also a baller big time. She was an all-star in the WNBA for many years with the New York Liberty and also the San Antonio Stars. So also on this list here is Pau Gasol, who spent 3 seasons with the Spurs towards the end of the career, but he's mostly going in because he won championships with the Lakers. Also, Spurs rivals Dirk Nowitzki and Dwayne Wade. You remember the Spurs had a bunch of heated games with the Mavericks and also with the Miami Heat. Yes. So they're also getting there. So it's just going to be a heavyweight class of NBA peeps personnel there at the Hall of Fame. So the full class expected to be formally announced this weekend at the Final Four. That is happening in H-Town in Houston, and this year's induction ceremony is scheduled for August 12th in Springfield, Massachusetts.
I love Becky Hammon.
Becky Hammon is amazing.
Just the coolest, like everything that she has accomplished.
Yeah.
Hats off to her.
Yeah,
And to all of them. They are all fantastic.
Absolutely, yeah. So definitely a well-deserving class for all of them. Becky Hammon, in fact, won in her first season as the head coach of the Las Vegas Aces. She won the WNBA championship last season, so trying to go back-to-back. But she's always said great things about the Spurs and San Antonio.
Yep.
This is kind of like still home for Becky right there.
Yes.
Speaking of the Spurs, they are back on the court tonight, and this is kind of interesting, Mia. So this is the Spurs' last quote-unquote home game at the AT&T Center. Remember, they're going to play some games in Austin next week, so those are considered home games, but their last actual physical game here at the AT&T Center for the season will be tonight, and some people are saying it could be Popovich's last game.
We were kind of talking a little bit about that this past weekend with Andrew and Larry.
Like I said, still going strong at 74, but he has been quoted saying like, I don't know why I'm still doing this to myself. But we will see. Yeah, we will see what the future holds there. All right, Mia, thank you very much for hanging out with us.
Of course. It's
always
a pleasure.
appreciate you to have you on. David Sears, we're missing the hump day today, but you know what? We're thinking about you, buddy. All right, we will see you back here on KSAT News Now tomorrow at 11 a.m.